Everyone, how you guys doing? It's Grugs of Legion Tactical Cutlery. Yep, I'm back again. Gonna do another quick Legion look at this flipper slash folder knife. Okay, this is a Kexmo. I was approached by this company and they asked me to take a look at their knife and do a review on it and talk about it. So I wanted to do a Legion Live first, and then I want to, just do some light work with it and take it into the woods and check it out. And I wanted to share this with you guys. I mean, right off the bat, it looks pretty good. After having it for a day or two, I noticed there's some pros and cons, and I'd love to talk about it with you guys. Okay, but let me know first what is in your pockets. Either write it down in the live comments, or after this is done, put it down in the comments section. All right, guys. All right, you know what? Let's get into this knife, man. So, again, I was approached by this company. They sent me an email and asked me if I would like to review this knife. At first, I asked them, do you guys have any fixed blades? Because I'm more of a fixed blade guy, but they said no, and they offered me 3 or 4 different knives to check out for review, and this is the only one that caught my eye. And I'm kind of digging this one. I'm kind of digging the design. So before I show you some of the knife's features and designs, etc., I just want to go over the specs. So from Amazon has real horrible specs. I couldn't find much on Amazon, so I had to measure a lot of this stuff out myself. So a lot of this is approximate measurements. Okay, so the overall length is 8.5 inch. With a blade length of 3.75 inch. The blade material is a D2 steel with an HRC of 60 to 61, according to the specs. Okay, the handle material is a G10. The handle length is 4.75 inch. It is a pivot ball bearing. Hey Matt, how you doing? Hey Michael, how's it going? Let's go Kexmo. That's great. Let me see what other information I have over here to share with you guys. Nope, that's it. I pretty much gave you all the specs that I wanted to give you. So, but, initial impressions, this is a pretty nice looking knife, Check it out. I like the blade shape, okay? One con is I don't like the hole, but that's just my preference, okay? I don't like the hole. I wish this was a fuller instead, all right? But I do like the design of the knife. It is a drop point design. This is not a hollow grind, but it is a flat grind, which is very nice. So let me see if I could angle it so you guys could see. That's a flat grind right there, and I kind of like that because a lot of these, budget blades always have some kind of a hollow grind. So I'm very appreciative that this is a flat grind, which is not bad. But again, I wish this was a fuller, rather than a big hole like that. I could do without the big hole. All right, it's got a little bit of jimping on top. Okay, G10 handles, and if you look, they are contoured a little bit, and they've got some. I think this must have been machined because they got some pretty cool design right there. I don't know if you guys could see that. All right. Let's take a look at the other side. See that contouring? See that? I think this is all machined. It really didn't say anything in the specifications. All right, so another con is if you're right-handed, this knife is great, okay? And it's tip-up carry. If you're right-handed, this is what you got. If you're left-handed, you got nothing over here. Okay, if you take a close look, there are 2 screws here. So my suggestion to this company is you should think about making this ambidextrous for people who are interested in this knife, because there are going to be people with, who are left-handed, and they're going to want to be able to carry it the right way. That again, it's not a, it's a suggestion. I think this is a stainless steel liner lock. Okay, and it's pretty positive, as you can see. It's skeletonized on the inside. I don't know how good you guys could see that or not. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a hole right over there. It's skeletonized on the inside. It looks like the lock is pretty positive. You know, it seems to lock all the way. Oh, you know what? Let me turn it around. Maybe you guys could see a little bit better. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but let's try and catch the light. But it's pretty good. You know, it looks pretty good. Again, I don't know what kind of steel this is, but it seems to be okay. Clip point is not so bad. You get a nice, not very deep pocket carry, but it's deep enough. This is another thing that I don't like. Now, it's not a fault of the knife or the design. It's just that I wish this back spacer was black instead of red. I'm not sure what the thinking over there was, but you know, some people may like it. My preference is I'd rather have this black. It does have a option for a lanyard. It's got a little lanyard hole, so that's not bad. I gotta admit, I am digging the blade design. I like it. If it wasn't for this huge hole, I'd like it really a lot. This is a flipper, so let me close this and you guys could take a look. And it very smooth. They say it's ball bearing pivot. Now I don't have a lot of experience with flippers or stuff like that. You know, usually my preference is the cold steel triad lock, but again, these guys wanted me to test it out. They provided me with a knife, and this is what I'm doing. And I'm definitely liking that. You know, it is smooth. So, and oh, it's well centered. I know some people, you know, they feel like that is very important to them. So it's properly centered. And if you could take a look over here, that looks good. You know what, let me open this up. And you can't open this up with your thumb, apparently. I guess you just got to get the right angle. See that? If you don't want to do the flipper. But if you look at that, that's really nice. You know, evenly done on both sides. It's not going to the left or to the right. So a pretty decent blade out of the box. Speaking of the box, I guess they're trying to sell this as like a gift. So it comes with a nice decent box. It's nice, you know. Okay, it has some foam in it. It did come with some plastic. It fits very nice. You know, if you wanted to give, it's a budget knife. It's like $22. If you wanted to give it as a gift to somebody, you got a nice box, you wrap it up, you give it to somebody, they open it. You know, it's got a nice presentation. So I wanted to make sure that I showed you that to you guys. Most important, the sharpness. It's sharp. You know, let me grab a piece of paper first and show you guys. So it's sharp out of the box. So at least you know you're going to get a decently sharpened knife. It's D2 steel, so it shouldn't be too bad. Now I did have this piece of wood. Let's see. As you can see, it's sharp. Okay. So I just want to make sure that this is an initial impressions. All right. And look at that. Look at the corkscrews that it's creating. D2 steel. This is for light work, okay? We're not talking about a triad lock over here, guys and gals. This is just for some light work. It's digging in, boy, that's for sure. I have no doubt that this can make a tent stake. But this is not bad for 20 some odd bucks, you know? Pretty nice. The handle feels comfortable. I don't feel a lot of hot spots. The clip is not in my way, you know? In holding it this way, I could feel a little bit the clip right over here, but it's not bad. You know, I guarantee you, since it's making these kind of curls over here, this will cut vegetables, you know, fruits and meats without any problem. I mean, it's just, look at that. That's really nice right there, man. So if you wanted to whittle away, or use this as a backup knife. You know, not worry about losing your expensive knives that you have. You take this out into a light hike, light camping, you know, do some light bushcrafting with it. Use it as a backup knife to a big blade maybe. It's not bad, you know? It's not bad at all. Are there any questions from anybody at all? Because I am pretty much done with this. If you guys, you know, have any other questions, let me know, because I'll just wrap this up. But not a bad blade. Hey, Knife Delights, how you doing? So listen, Tom, I did a video today of the Stockman, and I'll get it up for this evening. But basically, I'm done testing it, and I love the knife. And I'm ready to either send it back to you or send it to the next person who's going to be testing it out or reviewing it. So let me know what you want me to do with it. There is, you know, I'm ready to send it back whenever you're ready. I'm good to go. EDC for fun. You missed the beginning, no worries, man. You're gonna, you know, as soon as this is uploaded, you'll watch it again. All right. But yeah, I like it. I like the design. Again, the cons for me personally, okay, the cons for me personally is I wish this was a fuller rather than a hole. I can't stand these big holes. I just think that they ruin the integrity of the knife. You know, if you wanted to be a little bit more hard use with it, you know, I wouldn't trust this as much. If this was a fuller, that would be great. Another personal preference, all right, is I wish this was black instead of red, this spacer. All right. One major con though is you can't, this is not ambidextrous, okay? It doesn't give you an option to flip this clip to the other side, which is too bad, because all they needed to do was put an extra hole in there. So a suggestion to the engineers or the manufacturing, you may want to think about that, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, this comes in two different colors. There's a tan handle, and then there's this black one. I opted for the black. I like the black better. Black is always my default that I go to. It's got an awesome black blade with the coating. You know, once I take it out into the woods and I do whatever I need to do over there, I'm kind of curious how the coating is going to hold up. I probably won't do any batoning. Look how nice that is centered over there. I don't know if you guys could see that. But look how nice that is centered, the blade. You know, it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice budget blade for like 20 some odd bucks. You know, I do like this. Oh, you know what? Let me show you the size of this thing compared to my cold steel. Pretty similar in size. It's pretty similar in size. Maybe the cold steel is just a little bit bigger. So it's a nice big blade, and that's another reason why I like it, because it's a little bit bigger than usual than the small blade, and I kind of like the bigger blades myself. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to grab this knife, because I kind of, you know, I was kind of interested in how big it was. So now you have a little idea of comparison. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. This is the Kexmo folding knife. Oh, another thing I want to recommend to the people, give these knives names. I don't know if the name of this knife is a Kexmo. Hey, Bluminati, how you doing? I don't know if the name is a Kexmo or if the company is Kexmo. I just don't know. You know, and I try to search on Amazon. It just says gentleman's folding knife. So there's no name for this particular knife. But you know, I'll post links in the descriptions and in the comment sections of, you know, where you can get this knife. And again, the knife is nice and sharp, you know, right off the bat. It's making curls. It's making corkscrews. You know, look at that. You know, it's making corkscrews. I guarantee it'll make individual curls. You know, I know, I like it. I kind of like it. You know, it's got a few pros and cons, but I would carry this. I'm definitely going to carry it next couple days. Hopefully take it out into the woods tomorrow and Thursday. And we'll see how it works out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to waste anybody's time anymore. I just wanted to show you off this knife. This is a first look, first impressions. And, you know, I'm glad that I brought this to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And I really appreciate those who did show up. You guys are always awesome. I want to bring awareness to everybody. Hashtag 22 a day, hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans and military personnel who come out of the service and they face a lot of challenges. And unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. In the descriptions and the comment sections, I'm going to leave phone numbers, links to websites, and a heartfelt message from Martin Miller, who's a Vietnam veteran from 66 to 69. Please read his message because he's been there, he's done that, and he has a lot of hope for those that are in need. All right, so Legionnaires, at the ready, folks. Hold the line. You guys take care of yourselves.